In LaTeX, we usually need to give our document a structure. We can use headings for making hierarchy structure. We can also use lists to create sort of microstructure or footnotes. To use different kinds of headings, we need to use the means of our document class. Many document classes support chapter as the top level heading. So the chapter command generates the label of the chapter, the title, and also its number, and layouts it in some way. The second level heading is section. Again, in the argument we put the name of the section, and its number is generated according to the document class. Usually it's structured number based on the chapter it resides in. The third level heading is subsection. Again, its number is usually based on the section where it is. And the lowest level heading is subsection. So subsection is the heading level 4, and it works all the same way. Well, all the headings or some of the headings come usually into the table of contents, and they have exactly the same label in the table of contents as in the document. Well, if we need to change this, if we need different thing in the document and different thing in the table of contents, we can assign any of the heading commands an optional argument with the information which goes only to the table of contents. So let's say in the document we weren't working on a thesis, but in the table of contents we need just thesis. So this is way how to get it. We can also create some microstructure of our document using lists. So let's introduce all the types of lists in LaTeX. Well, one type and most useful type of list is so-called description list. We use it whenever we need to enumerate some possibilities and also explain them. So note that we use the environment called description, and every item starts with the item command. Unlike the most LaTeX commands, the item command doesn't have a mandatory argument in curly braces, only optional argument in square brackets. So the square bracket argument becomes the term, which is later explained. The way how it looks depends on the document class again. Other type of list is list where we just enumerate the possibilities without an explanation, and it's called itemize. It's also so-called bulleted list. And the last type of the list is numbered list, where we enumerate something with numbers. So note the enumerate environment. Each item then generates a number. We can also embed list into other list. We just put the environment of the list into the environment of another list. This way we get nested lists. The nested list is always indented much more than the original list, so it's easily visible that it's nested. Okay, the last structure we show in this video is footnote. How to create footnote? With the footnote command, whose mandatory argument is the content of the footnote, and the footnote command itself is replaced with the reference to the footnote, which is at the bottom of the page. So we can use different kinds of structures, the headings, lists, footnotes in LaTeX, and their look always depends on the document class we choose.